So for our warm-up, we won't have a timer on. We're just going wide legs. We're taking it a little squat in between and then a toe tap. So squat, toe tap, squat, toe tap. Now if you want to take an arm to the side, we're toe tapping, so opposite the toe that's tapping. But if you want to, you can stay here. It's no problem. Otherwise, arm out or two arms out. Just getting those muscles ready for getting into our workout today. We don't have a weight in our hand here, so we're just getting some blood flowing into all of those areas that we need to. Now from here, high knees. Just take your knee up, hold it for a moment, take that knee up as high as we can, get those glutes fired up, those bottom muscles, and yeah, getting some blood flow into that lower body area as well. Who knows, we need our glutes to fire as we're doing weight work with them. So particularly at the end of a squat, really squeezing those glute cheeks so that we actually feel them doing some work. Many of us, as we get older, our glutes get lazy. Therefore, the lower back and hamstrings take over, get a sore lower back because those glutes aren't doing what they're meant to do. Lovely. Just down into, you can have your chair behind you if you want, but a squat up onto the balls of our feet. A squat, balls of our feet. Great. Just getting those calves involved. You're going to have a wall beside you, broomstick beside you if you feel too unstable with this. Great. Good. Do 4 more. Well done. Great, our next one, just taking those arms out and then overhead. A bit of a pec deck, bringing those elbows in together, bringing them out and raising them up. If you've got somebody with shoulders that don't like this outward movement, you can restrict that and come to here and lift. So wherever it works for you, wherever it works for your shoulders, is what you need to be doing. Great. Good, and one more. Lovely. If you need the wall beside you for this next one, we're going to just be taking a leg out to the back now if you can. We're leaning right forward into that. Our back is staying straight, just tapping back up again. So into our one-legged deadlift. Good. You'll be feeling that leg in the front, doing quite a bit of work as you lean forward. And you can have a chair in front of you if that's what you'd prefer. I'm going to be changing it to the other leg and taking that one. Obviously, if you don't hold on to something, there's a lot of balance involved there as well. Beautiful. Great. Another couple. Great, and if you feel you need to warm up longer, ideal is about 5 minutes. We'll stop there. We're going to get into our program today, but feel free to repeat those. Let's get into it. 40 seconds on and 15 seconds off. Grab your dumbbells. Great, into our first one. We're going to hold up these by our shoulders. We're going into a low squat. Now, only if your knees will allow this, will you do this lower squat. You may only come to here if your knees are not great, just coming down to where you can. You may want the chair behind you so you can be sinking down into the chair and standing up. Only whatever your knees will allow. Pressing up through the heels as we stand up again and just trying to sit down in like a little pretend chair behind us. Great. Got another 5 seconds to go. Good. Hey, our next one is going to be, we're going to hold that core on, so a little pull in from the belly button, a straight arm, and we're taking both of these elbows up. Can keep your hands in, or you can have your arms to the back. So whichever way, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Great. Good. Our back is staying straight here so that we're not rounding out that back and giving those elbows up to the side, but a pull in with the shoulder blades each time we come up. And you've got a little pull in from your belly button into your spine, your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, and your head is staying in line with the rest of your body and making sure that it's not looking up to the wall in front of you. Great. Our next one will be a back lunge. So we're simply going to be taking a lunge back and tapping in. Lunging back, tapping in. Making sure your knees stay in alignment with this. Off we go, and bringing that back in. So bending both knees, and the main weight is in that front foot. So taking both legs where we bend and taking it back in. Now, if your knees don't like it, don't go back as far. You may need to take a small back lunge. It may not be as far first of all, because we're working within the frame of what our body can do. So we're working within that capacity. As long as you don't get acute pain from this, you're great. And you can even take yourself lower into the floor if your knees were good with that. We're going to swap over to the other side. Same thing. And just making sure really with the lunge that your knees are not caving in, your hips are not caving in. You're trying to stand up nice and evenly and then bring that foot back in. As we come back, the main weight here is into my front leg and through that heel and my toes, but pushing back from my heel as I bring that leg back up again. Go to further the floor if you felt you can, but you don't need to. Great. Good. Oh, the other thing we're also not trying to do here is lean right over to the front. So keeping that chest up as we take that leg back. Good. We are going to be doing a pec deck and lift here. So as we saw in the warm-up, our arms are together, our elbows are up. Going to take these up and then reach up. Great. And just a reminder, this is your workout. If your shoulders do better here, coming up from here, you may not come right out to the side. So working again with what your body will allow you to do. So our core is on here, we're standing straight, we're not trying to lean side to side. And if this is too hard, you could take one arm, bring both back in, take the other arm. So rather than doing both together, we always have the option of doing one. So your choice, whether you do both or one. Great, a one-legged deadlift. Now, some of you may want to pop your weight in one hand, go hold on to your wall, and you're just doing your deadlift from here. Or you may want to put both weights in one hand and do your deadlift from here. Otherwise, a chair in front, if you feel more unstable. Otherwise, see how you go with not holding onto the wall. A slight bend in that front leg, but our bottom part of our leg, our tibia, should be remaining fairly vertical, fairly straight. So this is not a squat, this is a real lean forward. Your head stays in line with the rest of your body, and we're just pushing right back up through this foot. It's on the ground. You may find you're better off with a toe tap out to the back if you're feeling really unstable and there's not anything to hold on to. So totally your choice how you do it. We're going to the other leg. But a chair in front of you is a good way to start if you feel really unstable and you feel like you just can't stay on one leg. But form is everything here, so we don't want to, from here, rounding out that back. You're going to feel it in your lower back then. We want to keep that back straight. If I had a rod down my back, it would show my shoulders, my head, and my hips all in line. Now just having a look kind of down to the floor and remembering that you can take that other leg out to the back if you want. Again, reminding you not to let these shoulders round out. So just keeping a little plum under each armpit so that we've got good form. Great, reverse flies this time. We're just going to have a little lean forward. Now, You can either have both legs here and a lean forward. Think about that back staying straight, and from here, we're taking out these arms out to the side. Now, if that's too hard, you can take one arm and one arm. It's totally up to you whether you take both. This is more easier with one at one time. If you take both, obviously harder. So you try it out. The main thing here is to keep that back straight. If I had a rod going down my back, that back is staying straight. I'm not rounding out. And I'm just taking these, having a little lean forward, because if we stand up here and do it, we're not working those back muscles, we're working the shoulder muscles. So trying to have that lean forward, taking them out. Great, we're going to go a two-legged deadlift now. So we're simply going to be sliding these weights down to below our knee and sliding them back up. Again, the rules of thinking about a deadlift is thinking about these armpits staying right in by my side, like I've got a little plum under each one, and then we're just sliding this down just below the knee or even above if you can't get that far. Your main thing is your core will be on as we come down, and then as we come up, your glute cheeks will squeeze hard, because they also need to be doing work. This works right through kind of our hip area, our upper thighs, our glutes, kind of lower core, and coming back up. Good. Well done. The next exercise we'll do is a bicep curl, and then we're going to press up. So from here, bicep curl, and actually we'll rotate these arms as we take it up. So we'll bicep curl, palms to the front, we'll bring it up to here, and as we reach up, our palms come to the front and back. Now, if that is too hard again, you could do one arm and bring it back down, and then take the other arm. But otherwise, both arms to the shoulders, and then bringing them back down. Think about core on while you're doing this, so belly button pulled into the spine, lifting up, working the top part of my kind of shoulders, upper back. Well done. Good. I'm putting quite a few moves together here, so compound moves, so we're working quite a few muscle groups all at once. Now we're going wide as you can. Some people that are tight in here can't go as wide, go as wide as you can. Knees face out over the toes, and from here, you're going to pull one elbow up, then the other elbow. Just getting that elbow up. This is not a hand one. We're not trying to bring the hand up, trying to bring the elbow up. So here we're doing some leg work and also upper body work. You can bring both up if you want to. Your choice, one arm alternating or two arms together. Great. Here's your main thing with this one is we're sliding down a wall. So we're not trying to lean forward at all. Our chest is nice and tall, and we're doing one arm or we're doing both. We're going to feel those inner thighs having a bit of a workout while we're here. Now, our next one is a side lunge with a high pull. So we're going to take one weight. You can put your other one down if you want. We only need one with this. We're going to side lunge. That weight comes down and we're pulling up as we go. Now, if you've had enough of arms for a while, just use both weights here and you can hold to the hips while you lean out to the side. With a side lunge, making sure those knees track towards the toes. You don't want to come out here, have like knees arching in, and you don't want this foot here to roll. That foot stays down, the leg stays straight, and your knees over here are tracking towards your toes. As we come back, we're pushing off that foot. And if you did want to do that high pull at the same time, we are pulling that elbow back. Great. Taking over to the other side. Big side step, big side lunge, and pulling this elbow up. Remembering to keep that foot on the ground, straight leg, pulling this elbow up. If you did want to do this one otherwise, it's just a lunge out to the side and we're coming back. Well done. Somebody with not good knees may decide to stay here and just rock side to side. There's always options. If you don't like to step out, stay down out there and just taking it side to side. Good. And our last one that we will be doing is just a one-arm row. We'll swap over a halfway, so get ready for that. We're just going to lean forward on one leg. That front leg, the opposite arm, is going to grab our weight. We're going to hold that core on, back is straight, and we're pulling this arm back. Now we are going to do a switch halfway through, so get ready for that. Good, that back should be straight again, like I've got a pole down it, tongue on the roof of the mouth, core is on, and pulling that elbow back, get it ready for the switch. Let's go, other side, and pulling this one up. Great. Good. And we've got 8 seconds to go. Awesome job. If you haven't already, stop throughout that. Have your drink break now. And if you want to go on the floor, I'll see you down there. If you want to skip the floor and go straight to the cool down at the end, then you can just skip straight to there. But otherwise, pop down to the floor and I'll see you down there for just a few minutes. So I hope you've made yourself comfortable on the floor. I'm going to simply be taking my feet quite close to my butt. My weight can lay over my hips. Only if you felt comfortable doing that. We're going to lift our tail. So we're going to have a little pelvic tilt first, flatten out that back, and then lifting that tailbone up. And then coming back down vertebra by vertebra. Lifting that tailbone up and coming up. Good. Coming all the way to the floor. If you felt like working this a bit harder, you could be taking one leg up. Great. If you're doing the one leg swap now. Otherwise, keep going with those 2 legs. Good. I'll be taking both my weights with the next one. I'm reaching them up to the ceiling and I'm just going to take them down towards my head. This is a skull crusher. We're going to do a skull crusher. Yeah, just staying here. So I always like, if I'm doing some upper body work on the floor, to think about my belly button. So press that back down to the floor while you're there. Then we're actually doing some abdominal work as well. So pressing that belly button into the floor and just bending at the elbows with these. So your upper arm stays straight and you're bending at those elbows. And you'll feel your triceps behind these upper arms doing some work. Great. Well done. If that's too much, grab one weight, hold on to either end and do it with one weight. There's always ways to make that far easier. So this time we are going to just be taking one of my favorite moves, the arm with the leg that it's in. We're just going to come up onto that hip. I love this as the first part of a Turkish get-up, which takes you right up onto your feet. But even this first part makes this core work really well. The aim here is to take this weight straight above and keeping this body nice and long. Now, if it's too hard with the weight, pop the weight down and see how you go without the weight. Beautiful. Well done. One of my favorite moves. It just feels really good when your core can lift you up, particularly when you get up into the bigger weights. So having like a 12 or 14 kilo here is such a buzz. Feels really good, works everything as you go up off the floor. Again, we're going into the other elbow. So all you're trying to do here, I'll come around the other way. So you're just trying to push into this elbow out here, coming out and bringing that up nice and long, looking up to your weight, not looking over there, looking up to your weight and pushing up through that elbow again. For people that can't do this, I tell them to pop the weight down. If they still can't do it, I just get them to kind of roll onto the side and come up to where they can. You may not come to here, because remember, we're all a work in progress. So if you can't come to here, your smaller move might be all that you need from now to start to come up off the floor. As you go along, you just get stronger and stronger and better and better. Lovely. Now we're going to lay on the floor. I want this back to be pressed right down into the floor. Really important for this. Now, this is for probably more advanced people. We're holding this up here. We're pressing that belly button down to the floor, and we're going to tap down. Now, if you lift your belly button up each time that you tap down, you know it's too advanced for you. So if this under here lifts each time you tap down, then start from the floor. You can still hold that weight, probably not over your face, more over here, and then keep that back pressed down, lifting up. If you still feel your back doing that, no weight. Just have your arms by your side and doing that tap down and lifting up. Great. Well done. Good. Good. From here, we're just going to sit up for a moment, grab our weight, and I'm simply going to take, so you can take a lean back if your back was okay. For many people, they don't like that lean back. We're just going to be taking this from hip to hip. So a little twist, Russian twist. Lovely. Great. How are you going at home? I hope you feel like I do and feel like you've worked a whole lot of your body, because we have. So well done. And a lot of my moves, I will add 2 exercises together. So we're doing lots of compound. So it just means lots of muscle groups working all at once. And that we get a cardio effect from that as well. We also get a really good workout, because we're doing a double workout almost with every move that we do with most of those that we've done today. Great. And we're going to end off with what every woman seems to hate to do, push-ups. So you can think about the stick down your back, and think about, we're not trying to drop the hips down here. So we're just going to come down towards the floor and bending at the arms. Now, what I see some people doing, they think that this is a push-up, but we do have to bend those arms. They may not bend far. And if you're a bit more advanced, you may be up here. Again, you're actually trying to hold your whole body in line. You're not allowing these hips to drop down, and you're not having your head way down here. So whether your knees or toes, it doesn't matter. If I had a stick down your back, I would want that to touch your head, your shoulders, and your bottom. Lovely. From here, we're going to go straight into our stretch. So have a sit back. I'm going to turn off my timer, and we're going to enjoy a bit of a stretch. So well done. Now here, just dropping your head in between your shoulders, so you're getting a nice upper back stretch. Well done. Hey, from here, just the cat-cow, arching up, arching the other way, arching up, pulling up like somebody's got a string from your spine, and arching the other way. Now I'm going to be taking an arm up to the ceiling as high as I can, and then bringing this arm under and reaching up. Beautiful. And reaching under. Great. Can we take it to the other side? Reaching up and under. And up and under. My favorite moves here, and I do it just about in every class I take. So a leg out to the front. So a nice big step. If you look here, got a nice big step, got some hands on the inside of that leg, and I'm dropping that back hip down to the floor. It feels divine. I can feel a stretch into the front of my back leg, into my kind of hip flexor area, and then into the side, into the inner, part of my front leg area. It's lovely. And then we're going to just pop that bum back so that I can feel my hamstring stretch. If you did want to take your toes up, I'll leave my toes down because you can feel that stretch there as well. Let's go back into that again. And then back. Good. I'm going to take the other foot out. So from here, hands on the inside and drop that back hip down. Bring that bottom back. Coming back out again. Well done on your effort today. If you followed along with me and did everything I did, well done. Now, again, reminding you that if you felt that that was not enough and you want to repeat it, you know, you just have a drink after I finish that main workout and then go back over it again. Maybe you already know the moves now, crank up your favorite song, turn me down and follow along with your favorite songs at home. It can make a whole lot of difference when you've got your groovy songs that you love playing. Good, and then from here, I'm going to have a lie down for our last stretch. Just going to take up one leg into the air. I'm out by the side here, grabbing that knee, and I'm taking that knee over as far as it'll go. This is just my favorite stretch too. I love how it stretches into this hip area, also the glute, but the hip as well. Great when you've had SI, sacroiliac pain at all there, where it's been really tight. This really is a wonderful stretch to untighten it. That's lovely, that one. That's my really tight hip. Taking up the other leg, grab it with the opposite hand and pull over to the side. You can drop your foot wherever it goes, so on your other leg or down to the floor if you can go that far. Your main thing here is to not let the opposite shoulder come up, so keep that opposite shoulder down. Great. I'm actually one more last stretch. Just take these feet together, knees out to the side. I'm going to have my elbows pressing into my knees and I can feel a lovely stretch through that inner thigh. Great. I hope you enjoyed that today. Let me know if you want more of this. Been a trainer for 20 years, training people 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. Probably the oldest. I've never trained a 100-year-old, but that would be fun. So let me know if there's something you'd like and I will aim to pop it on here for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.